U.S. President Donald Trump says sending National Guard to L.A. protests was a great decision and has targeted California Governor Gavin Newsom. According to Associated Press responding to a reporter's question about the possibility of arresting Newsom, Trump said, "Would do it, if I were Tom Homan. I think it is great. Gavin likes the publicity, but I think it would be a great thing." In a post on his social media site earlier, Trump defended his decision to send National Guard troops to LA and said the city would have been completely obliterated otherwise. Protests over the president's immigration crackdown spared much of Los Angeles from violence. Weekend clashes swept through several downtown blocks and a handful of other places. After arriving back at the White House after spending overnight at Camp David, Trump inspected a site for a future flagpole on the South Lawn before speaking to reporters about the protests in California. "I like Gavin Newsom, he's a nice guy, but he's grossly incompetent," the president said, complaining about the little railroad he's building that is 100 times over budget. It's a reference to the much-delayed high-speed rail project, which predates Newsom's tenure. Trump also criticized the protesters. "The people that are causing these problems are professional agitators, they're insurrectionists, they're bad people. They should be in jail." The president also spoke to workers in the Rose Garden, where his project to pave over the Rose Garden lawn has begun. The project is expected to be completed in about 2 months, or during the first half of August, a White House official said. The official spoke on condition of anonymity because they weren't authorized to comment publicly about intended changes to the property. Trump said months ago that he planned to pave over the lawn in the Rose Garden because it's always wet and inconveniences women in high heels.
Gavin Newsom he's daring Tom Homan to come and arrest him. Should he do it?
I would do it if I were Tom. I think it's great. Gavin likes the publicity, but I think it would be a great thing. He's done a terrible job. Look, I like Gavin Newsom. He's a nice guy, but he's grossly incompetent. Everybody knows. All you have to do is look at the little railroad he's building. It's about 100 times over budget. We're putting a flagpole over there. Under budget. I always do under budget.
What does your intel tell you about these people causing all the problems in LA? Are they people ICE is trying to deport, or are they professional agitators?
The people that are causing the problem are professional agitators. They're insurrectionists. They're bad people. They should be in jail. Thank you.
Have you seen the footage of the journalists being shot in LA?
Russia may grant political asylum to American billionaire Elon Musk after his public spat with US President Donald Trump. This was stated in a commentary to TASS by Dmitry Novikov, first deputy chairman of the State Duma Committee on International Affairs. "I think that Musk is playing a completely different game, that he will not need any political asylum. Although, if he did need it, Russia, of course, could provide it, Novikov said. Former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev, who currently holds the sham post of Deputy Chairman of the Russian Security Council, in turn offered to help resolve the conflict between Trump and Musk for a reasonable fee. Medvedev is ready to receive shares in the Starlink company, which provides military communications for Ukraine, as payment. Former head of the Roscosmos Corporation, Dmitry Rogozin, who today holds the post of senator from the occupied region of the Zaporizhia region in the upper house of the Russian parliament, also responded to the quarrel between Musk and Trump. The guy got into a difficult situation. He had a falling out with his boss. They are threatening him with deportation and prosecution of his business. It's all ugly. I wrote to him through his ex. This is not banter. Well, why not? To some, the idea of giving asylum in Russia to talented people may seem toxic, but I believe that this is our principled position and an urgent need, Rogozin wrote in his telegram. In particular, he expressed hope that Musk will help Russia achieve victory over the warmongers and begin to establish life on other planets. So, Elon, I'm not joking. Let's forget the previous bickering. Come, you'll be welcome here, Rogozin added. As reported, Musk and Trump's relationship began to deteriorate back in March due to disagreements about how to cut U.S. government spending. However, Musk first openly opposed Trump's actions when he began imposing high tariffs on U.S. imports, an economic policy tool that, according to most economists, is long outdated and does more harm than good. In May, Musk was officially fired from the White House, citing a formal reason. His temporary term of office had expired and no one wanted to extend it. The firing comes amid renewed controversy over the U.S. budget bill, which has been a difficult compromise between different political groups within the Republican Party. And that infuriated Musk, who said the document would increase the national debt and risk an economic recession. Trump responded sharply, calling Musk a man who had lost his mind. Unlike the first months of Trump's term, this time the conflict took place publicly in the form of social media posts. In the heat of the argument, Musk threatened to cancel government contracts for SpaceX and even disable the Dragon spacecraft, which would have severely limited the United States' access to space in the short and medium term. Musk also spoke about Donald Trump's likely participation in underage sex parties, which were organized in the past by the financier Jeffrey Epstein, who was later convicted of them. At the same time, Musk published a video of Donald Trump in the company of Epstein in 1992, which caused a real media furor in the United States. Against this backdrop, radical Trumpist and former Trump advisor Steve Bannon called Elon Musk an illegal because of his South African origins and called for his deportation from the United States, despite his American citizenship. The billionaire himself responded to Bannon's big post with another portion of insults. "Bannon is peak retard," the billionaire wrote on his social media page.